Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Willie Acres Arena, where tonight we are set for the Region 4 Section 2 sectional championship between the 20-2 Logan Lady Wildcats, ranked number 3 in Class AAA, and the Wayne Lady Pioneers, 17-5, also top 10 team in Class AAA, coming in here this evening. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Bill Lusk, with Tanner Thomas, our engineer, back in the WVOW studios. Robbie Mounts, our engineer on video productions, here this evening. And Bill, this is a matchup that we got to see earlier this season here at Willie Acres Arena, with Wayne coming away with a late burst to win 49-39, a game that was close all the way, but then Logan returned the favor just a couple of weeks later, went all the way up to Wayne and knocked them off for the first time for the Lady Wildcats since 2009 by beating them 56-48. As everyone has anticipated, these two teams have been about evenly matched all year, and now they have the coveted spot of trying to see who gets to host a regional final next week.
Yeah, that's the big thing here. The winner of this game is going to get to host a top 10 team next week. In fact, a top 6 team. You look at these last four teams.
Easy as it gets.
Very easy. But you look at these 4 teams remaining in this region. Logan is number 3, Ripley is number 4, Wayne is number 5, and Nitro, the reigning Class AAA state champions, is number 6. So, there's 4 teams, 4 quality teams, 4 very good teams, 4 teams very worthy of going to the state tournament, and only 2 of them are going to advance.
It is, and that's what's so top-heavy about this section and region, as Kevin Gertz, the coach of the Logan Lady Wildcats, said it in the newspaper all week, said this is absolutely the toughest section and region in the state, and he wasn't bluffing and he wasn't overstating it. This is absolutely a grind to try and get through here, and even with Logan knocking off Scott earlier this week and Wayne beating Lincoln County, those 2 quality teams as well, so there's been no easy outs in this section and in this region.
Yeah, not only the section or the region, but what about the Cardinal Conference as well? There's been no easy outs in the Cardinal Conference. You look at Chapmanville, they're ranked in the top 10 of Class AA. Herbert Hoover's been very competitive this year. Winfield, who Ripley eliminated Tuesday night, they were very competitive and ranked at one point in the season. So, the Cardinal Conference is, it's like running through a region in a section tournament just to get to the state tournament. And then when you get to the state tournament, it's the way the Cardinal Conference has been. It's been like playing a semifinal game every matchup, and both these teams have been battle tested. And Wayne is a little ahead of schedule right now. They have just one senior, I believe, on the team, and that's Jasmine Tabor, who hit the key shot, hit the 3-pointer that broke a 37-37 tie here back in January, the first time these 2 teams met. She's the only senior that the Wayne Pioneers have on the team. Everybody else is underclassmen, and especially the sophomores, freshmen, juniors. I think their roster is pretty much made up of sophomores that's coming back next year. So this is a Wayne team that looks like they're going to make a deep run in the postseason, and a deep run for the next 3-4 years to come. And they're a little ahead of schedule right now.
Yeah, they got 3 freshmen that start for them, along with a sophomore and a senior, and just so impressive, so much height, so much wingspan as well, that we'll talk about here in just a moment as we'll step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll start breaking down both teams and the seasons they've had in order to get to this point here this evening, as you are listening to and watching the Region 4 Section 2 sectional final with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on video productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
At Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, we have a huge menu offering home-cooked dinners hamburgers, tacos, hot dogs, pizza, Philly steaks, and desserts, including, of course, ice cream. Ask about our weekly home-cooked dinners. We have an everyday hot dog special, 6 hot dogs for $5.99, or $5 14-inch large grab-and-go pizzas made from our fresh homemade dough. So visit Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, located beside the old IGA in Chapmanville, just off the Crawley Creek exit of 119.
Welcome back, everybody, to Willie Acres Arena. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Bill Lusk, here tonight. Tanner Thomas back in the WVOW studios for us. Robbie Mounts here with us, engineering on video productions here this evening. And let's talk a little bit about the Wayne Lady Pioneers first here, Bill. As we mentioned, coming in ranked number 5 in Class AAA, Wade Williamson, the head coach, 17-5 on the year. Again, they had won 12 in a row and were 15-2 and hadn't lost to a West Virginia school all year until Logan came in and beat them. And then after that, Wayne went into a little bit of a tailspin, losing 3 of the last 4 to close out the regular season, falling to Tug Valley by 3, Ripley by 2. But then they did rebound, beat Lincoln County in the sectional semis, 54-33, and 16 of their 17 wins this year have been by double digits. The only one that wasn't was against Winfield, where they won by 1, and this will be now the 7th straight winning season for this Wayne program, as they have really done a superb job over there in building up this women's program, and they have a tremendous opportunity, as you said, to kind of get out of the gates early with this young team and maybe make a run at it with still 2-3 years left with this core group that has been outstanding already.
Yeah, future's bright for the Wayne Pioneers, and they've had a winning culture, like you mentioned, for the last 7 years, and it all started with that, that first state tournament run that they had. They made a run to the states, and it was actually the first time that a basketball team from Wayne High School had advanced to the state tournament, either boys or girls, and that was a big thing. And it's built over. The momentum has carried over. This is for the past 7 years, and they've continued to build on it, and they continue to succeed. And like I said, with you're starting 3 freshmen and a sophomore, you got 4 starters coming back next year, and pretty much your entire bench back next season. Plus the Wayne Middle School girls, I believe they won the Wayne County Championship this year, so they've got a lot coming back. But you did mention that streak there where they won 12 in a row, and then Logan snapped the streak on February 8th at Wayne, and the Pioneers went on to lose. They lost 3 of their final 4 games in the regular season. 2 of those were on the road. It's the last 2 that they lost on the road. One at Tug Valley, who has won, I think, 14, 15 in a row now. They've kind of found their stride after a slow start. And the other one was to Ripley, who jumped them in a poll, replaced them at number 4. And that's a very good Ripley ball club, the team that Logan had beat twice. And Wayne and Logan, they shared the Cardinal Conference this year. So is this kind of like a Logan wins this? Do they claim the rights to the Cardinal Conference? Is this like a Cardinal Conference championship or something? I think Nitro might have something to say about that if they were to play either one of these teams. But they've had a very good year, a year or 2 ahead of schedule.
Well, let's talk also about the Logan Lady Wildcats. Again, Kevin Gertz, the head coach, coached them to the state finals in AAA in 2013. Got them to the state semifinals last year as well. They won their first 10 games right out of the chute this year. Then had those back-to-back losses to Wyoming East, 53-45, and to Wayne, 49-39. But since then have won 10 in a row once again, and 16 of their 20 wins have been by double digits. So both these teams have been very dominant, but it's really been the defense for this Logan Lady Wildcats club that has been outstanding, averaging less than 40 points per game on the season, our opponents against them, and only 7 times all year long in those 22 games did a team score over 40 points against this Logan club. So I think that's going to be one of the magic numbers you look at tonight is 40, because on the other end, Wayne just giving up 40.1 points per game.
Absolutely, and after that Wayne game, I actually went out Wayne as our buddies from Wayne call it. You don't go to Wayne, you go out Wayne, as they call it. And I was actually in attendance for that game, and after the game, Kevin Gertz told me, said he felt that his team was peaking at the right time. Well, was he ever right? I mean, 10 wins in a row since that loss to Wayne here on January 19th. They've been winning with offense. They've been winning with defense. They've had to come from behind. I mean, Chapmanville had them by double digits in the fourth quarter, and they were able to rally in the fourth quarter and get a win on the road at Chapmanville. And then when they came, back to Chapmanville just 5 days, or when Chapmanville returned the favor, the trip to Logan 5 days later, Logan made a statement and beat Chapmanville 72-28, and they beat Ripley that week here by 20 points. And that was another statement. And they had a little bit of a down spurt against Lincoln County, but they still pulled that win out. They got out to a big lead and then held them off in the fourth quarter, and that's kind of like what you want to see from your team. If you're when you're peaking at the right time, how are you going to respond when you face a little bit of adversity? And I think they faced a little bit in that Lincoln County game, and they learned something from it. And they beat Scott to open the sectional Monday night, and they just continue to roll from there. They're looking to make an 11 in a row, and they're hoping 11 victories in a row. And they're hoping that the last time that they won 10 in a row, they lost to Wyoming East and then to Wayne. So they're hoping to avoid a loss at home to Wayne back on January 19th. In fact, Wayne was the last team to beat Logan.
And now it's time for our Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game here this evening. And if you're the Logan Lady Wildcats, what is the big key here tonight for them to get 2 out of 3 from Wayne this year and maybe try and turn the tide of this rivalry that had been in Wayne's favor for so long?
Well, actually, the keys to the game that I've got they actually go both ways for both teams when you look at the stats. I mean, you mentioned the scoring. First key to the game, over 50, under 50. Kevin Gertz feels like that if his team scores 50 points, he don't think anybody else can score more than 50 on them. And, when you look at the stats, I mean, that's proven. They've held the opposition, when they hold the opposition to 49 points or less, Logan's 18-1. When Logan scores 50 or more, they're a perfect 19-0 on the season. Logan has only allowed 50 points 3 times this season, 50 or more points. And, Wayne, on the other hand, they've scored when they like to get up and down the floor as well. They've scored 49 or less 6 times this season. They're 3-3. But when they score 50 or more, they're 13-2 in those. The second one we already alluded to. There's a lot on the line. The winner of this game is going to host. The loser, they're not out of it. They still have a chance to win the sectional, to win a regional berth and go to the state tournament, and it would be big for your seeding. And then the last one, the team's got to withstand the run. Both of these games that have been played this season, the winning team has went on a run. Wayne went on the 10-0, the 12-2 run at the end of the fourth quarter to win that game. At Wayne, Logan went on a 22-6 run when they were down by 6 points in the first half, and they went on a 22-6 run and turned a 6-point deficit into a 10-point lead.
Well, those are your Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game, and the key to your health care is with Logan Regional Medical Center, offering care for every stage of life from the Women's Center to pediatrics and primary care physicians. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the start of tonight's game between Logan and Wayne as you're listening to and watching the Region 4 Section 2 Championship with us right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville. Takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
You want it? Click it.
Reserve it and drive it.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
That's right. Getting your new vehicle just got easier.
Visit any of our 6 locations and get a personalized experience in preferencing your next new vehicle.
Tag one of our pre-built invoices.
Or let's customize your exact features with our easy built-to-order process.
All we have to offer with shopping ease at ThornhillAutomotive.com.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride on the Thornhill Motor Mile.
Introductions underway here from Willie Acres Arena. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk with you. Robbie Mounts, our engineer on video productions. Jared Robinette, our camera operator on video productions. And Tanner Thomas, our engineer, back in the WVOW studios. As let's run through the starting lineups for both sides. For the Wayne Lady Pioneers, it'll be 5'7" sophomore Lainey Brooks, followed by 6' freshman Brooke Atkins. Then you have 5'10" freshman Michaela Stacy, 5'8" senior Jasmine Tabor, and 5'11" freshman Addie Atkins. On the other end for Logan, first-team All-Stater and All-Tournament last year, Peyton Ilderton, a 5'7" senior. Then you have 5' junior Natalie Blankenship, followed by 5'6" senior Emma Elkins. Then you have freshman Hallie Krause in the starting lineup, followed by 5'4" senior Abby Myers here tonight, as Logan wearing their all-white uniforms with Wildcats written in blue across the chest with blue and gold trim down the side. Wayne in their all-white or red uniforms with white trim and Wayne written in white across the chest. And here early in this game, Bill, again, you talked about runs. Neither team can afford to fall behind quick here in this situation. This is going to have to stay close if either side wants to have a chance at that run in the second half, because you feel like the defense may be too strong to recover from.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to see how Logan comes out in. I'd expect Logan to come out in a man-to-man defense like they've pretty much came out all year. Wayne, likewise, I think Wayne would probably come out in a man-to-man defense as well. Logan's been shooting the ball fairly well from the outside during this 10-game losing streak. And the one girl that has really came on in her outside shot that's coming on for Logan and is helping to take the load off of Peyton Ilderton to scoring is Haley Krause.
And the tip is underway, and Atkins will control as Myers doesn't contest for Logan. Wayne going right to left across your computer screen and radio dial. Logan left to right as they go inside immediately. Now they kick it into the paint. Little floater on the way is short from Stacy. Rebound into the left corner. 3 is over the rim for Brooks. An air ball taken away by Ilderton.
Got 2 shots for Wayne, both of them air balls to start the game.
Nice stutter step by Ilderton as she got all the way to the rack, and she'll be fouled on the play. And Peyton Ilderton in attack mode early, just 24 seconds into the game, able to draw the foul and get to the free throw line.
Now the Wayne coaching staff's not happy with that call, but Ilderton got past her defender and got to the rim, and Wayne really had no choice but to foul her.
And Ilderton sinks the first free throw. She averages 21.8 points per game, 4.9 rebounds, and 4.4 steals per game. Leads the team in points and steals, just a tenth of a point behind Emma Elkins for the lead in rebounds as well, as she sinks both free throws. She had 17 in the first game against Wayne, had 27 in the second game as Myers knocks the inbounds pass away from Atkins out of bounds. It'll stay with Wayne.
Yeah, and Ilderton in both games against Wayne this season, she's shooting 80% from the free throw line.
And she hit 8 of 9 in that second game. She hit 3 threes in that game. Other night in that sectional semifinal win, she had 11 against Scott in that 60-36 win for Logan. So now Wayne with the ball, trailing 2-0 as Brooks will bring it into the middle, kicks it back up top for Atkins, who's got a brace on one of her hands, kicks it off, nice pass underneath, finds a wide open Stacy for an easy lay-in.
And that's going to be the key for Wayne, is to get inside, dribble, drive, and find the open man, or in this case, the open lady.
Stacy averages 8.6 per game on the year. She had 11 points in the first game against Logan, had 12 in the second game. As Krause out front gives it near side for Myers. Myers drives into the paint, pull-up shot for her is off the mark. Rebound taken away by Wayne as Atkins comes out with it.
Yeah, Logan's going to need them shots to drop because Wayne is giving them in the middle of the paint.
Brooks penetrates in once again. Nice dump off and wide open on the left block for the third time now is Stacy, and she lays it in.
That's going to be an issue for Logan, as Wayne's been able, the last 2 baskets, been able to get into the paint and find an open man on the back door.
Well, they've done a good job of getting into the middle and leaving that person on the left side wide open. So that's something that Logan will have to adjust to here as we're 6:22 to go in the first quarter. 4-2, Wayne leads it. Elkins on the right wing, gets it up top for Krause. She's a big outside threat. This three, though, off the mark. Gilberton chases it down, saves it. It goes off of Krause and out of bounds over the wing.
Krause got a good look at the threes at the top of the key, was unable to knock it down, and then a good hustle on both parts by Peyton Elderton and then Haley Krause to try to track down the rebound attempt by Elderton. But it deflected off Krause out of bounds, and Wayne gets a possession here looking to extend this 2-point lead.
And Krause had 3 threes in that second game against Wayne, had 4 threes against Scott in that game the other night. And what a drive by Brooks as she gets in on the left side and puts it in with the left hand off the backboard.
That's one thing Laney Brooks does so good for Wayne. She can get into the paint, and she has such a soft touch off the glass.
6-2 now. Wayne leads it as Logan scored the first 2 points. Last 6 over to the Lady Pioneers. As Elderton on the right side gets into the paint, drives by 2 people, gets all the way to the rack and lays it in.
Wayne's going to have to do a better job of staying in front of Elderton. If she's able to get in the paint, it's going to be a long night for him.
6-4 now. Wayne leads it. Right side. Nice drive here by Stacy. Gets all the way to the basket, and Stacy will lay it in again. She's got 6 points.
Yeah, just like we said about Wayne having to stay in front of Elderton, Logan's got to stay in front of the Wayne players. Wayne is doing a very good job here of driving the lane and getting baskets at the rim.
She had 6 points the other night in that sectional semifinal win over Lincoln County at 54-33 win. She's already got 6 here tonight. So Elderton at the top of the key, 8-4. Wayne leads it. Over to Krause. She'll take a right wing 3 on the way. This one off the back of the iron. Long rebound comes out to Brooks. She'll wait. Elderton slapped it free, but Brooks able to get it back. She'll give it over left side. Stacy dribbles in, kicks it back out. Long 3 on the way, and that one off the mark. No good for Adkins. Rebound comes down to Elkins.
Yeah, she's probably a little too deep on that one. I'm sure the coaching staff probably tell her to take a step in.
Elderton drives in, kicks it out to Elkins. About a 12-footer on the way, and then Elkins able to hit.
Elkins can shoot that ball from right there, and that's what Elderton does. When they cut her off at the rim, she can kick it back out to the open person.
They break the press easily, and getting all the way in is Brooke Atkins. She'll lay it in on the left side. And she had a big game in the sectional semis, had 14 points and 13 rebounds. She had averages 10.5 points per game for Wayne, had 13 in that first contest against Logan. So the lead back up to 4 as Blankenship to the right elbow, out top for Elkins, kicks it back out, dangerous pass knocked away by Brooks, loose at mid-court, Blankenship falls on top of it, heaves it up court, gets it to Elderton. She'll pull up from about 8 feet, can't convert. Myers fighting for the rebound, able to get it, and now it looks like we're going to get a whistle and maybe a foul underneath on the Lady Pioneers.
Yeah, it looked like on that shot there from Elderton, looked like she had come up a little bit short on it when she went to shoot it. May have lost it as she was trying to come to a jump stop. But Abby Myers was right there for the rebound and was able to get the ball and then draw a foul inside. That's something to watch moving forward, is foul issues.
They get the foul on Stacy. That's her first. Gets Krause pass into Blankenship, knocked away and taken away by Wayne. 10-6, Wayne leads it. 3:32 to go in the first quarter of this Region 4 Section 2 sectional championship game. Driving in left side, it's Tabor, kicks it back out. Atkins, top of the key now, and 3 on the way, off the mark, no good that time for Stacy, rebounded by Logan. Here comes Elderton across the timeline, Logan trailing by 4. Elderton over to Elkins on the left wing, down to the left corner for Krause. There's a lot of scoring here thus far in the first quarter. We did see that somewhat in the first game between these two, and now Coach Kevin Gertz wants a timeout here, a 30-second timeout with 3:06 left in the first quarter, and Wayne leading Logan 10-6. Well, just a reminder that this game brought to you in part by Nationwide Insurance Agent Greg Dalton, who is a proud supporter of Logan Wildcat Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance, with offices on Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan. And here in the first quarter thus far, Bill, it seems like most all the points are coming through penetration, getting to the rim. Both teams trying to be on the offensive and be on the attack early on.
Yeah, Logan's missed a couple good outside shots there. Haley Krause has got 2 or 3 good looks at a 3, and they haven't dropped. For Krause, she just needs to continue shooting the ball. It's eventually going to drop as long as she continues to get the good looks and they're not pressured. On the other side, Wayne, their threes, a couple of those have been forced, and one was a very deep three that didn't drop. But as you said, all the points right now are coming inside the paint and at the rim or within 3 feet of the rim.
Out of the timeout. Dalton into the game for Logan, another senior for the Lady Wildcats, coming off of that knee injury as we get a kick ball out of bounds off of Wayne as Atkins booted it away.
Now, Wayne's very active here in the defensive front, and you can see they're clapping after every possession. They're hooting and they're hollering down there on the bench, and even the fans are into it. They've brought a very nice fan base with them.
Absolutely, that's what I was thinking just prior to the game. There's a lot of red shirts creeping into the building, and now there's a pass gets over the head of Myers, and that'll go out of bounds over to Wayne.
Yeah, one thing that Logan can ill afford right now is the turnovers with the ball. Wayne has yet to score off of the turnovers of Logan, but Logan can't continue to turn the ball over and expect Wayne not to score.
And Wayne only averages 10.4 turnovers per game, so they protect the ball very well. And it's something Logan definitely can't afford to do is turn the ball over a lot here tonight. As Brooks gets atop the key, high arching three is an air ball, but it falls right into the hands of Atkins, who had it knocked away. Here comes Krause with it up the right side. She'll get to the right wing, kicks it up top, but that's intercepted by Brooks, and then a foul on Myers, and she took a big wallop on that collision with Brooks, but Myers getting to her feet here, and that's another Logan turnover here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Coach Kevin Gertrude will make a couple of substitutions here. I imagine one of them will be for Abby Myers to get her a little breather here with 2:17 to play, and the other one will be to get Krause out. As substitutions in for Logan will be Blankenship checking back into the contest, and Addison Amick also checking in for Logan.
And so Addison Amick, a freshman, into the game for Logan, matching up with a lot of the freshmen that Wayne has. Turnaround jumper in the lane, no good, off the back iron for Atkins, but again, Brooks there to steal the rebound away. She's done that several times here in the first quarter. Back up top, high arching three, and this one will fall for Jasmine Tabor, her first points.
Amick was unable to come away with that rebound there, and it kept the possession alive for Wayne, and they made Logan pay for it. Now another turnover of Logan, and a 13-6 lead right now. I know it's just early in the first quarter, but with Wayne playing right now, the momentum that they got, this is a little bit of a danger time for Logan.
Yeah, we talked about neither team could really afford to fall behind big here in the early going, but right now Wayne threatening to open up a pretty sizable lead. They already lead it by 7 at 13-6. 1:33 to go here in the first quarter. They get it over far side. Now a little lob pass down low. Backing in is Stacy, and it's taken away by Overton. So here she races up the left side. Logan trying to cut into this lead. Nice bounce pass underneath the Amick, and she'll lay it in as she goes to the ground.
All the attention was drawn to Peyton Milderton. When the bottom person in the defense stepped up to take away the path from Milderton, it left Amick wide open for the layup.
Atkins will lob at far court for Tabor. Back over to Atkins on the right wing. Gets to the right elbow. Back out. Tabor drives in. Puts up a little floater. No blocking or charge call, but the shot off the mark, and Elkin's able to snag the rebound. So now Logan has cut it to 5. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Get it over to Amick. She'll launch a three from the left wing. This one off the mark. No good, and Brooks with the rebound.
Yeah, she pushed that shot badly, as you could tell coming off the hand. It looked like a shot put.
So now down to 38 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll see if Wayne tries to hold for one. Logan has the possession arrow at the moment. Brooks on the left wing, kicks it over far side for Stacy. She'll launch a three, no good. Got a little bit of a hip check from Elkins as well on that. And now here comes Ilverton out of the fray with it. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Blankenship, stutter steps, drive left baseline. Little floater up, and Blankenship able to get it to go.
Good job by Natalie Blankenship to get her defender up in the air and then go by and pull up for the shot there. Logan on a run here.
And she averages 6.5 points per game, had 13 in the sectional semi against Scott. Down to 3 seconds left in the quarter. Brooks, left wing, will launch a three off the mark, and that'll do it for the first 8 minutes of play as Wayne got out to a 7-point lead, but Logan has trimmed it to 3. We'll be back in 60 seconds as you're listening to and watching the Region 4 Section 2 championship game right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Go places, the all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
In Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville. Takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
13-10, Logan trails Wayne as we start quarter number 2 here in the Region 4 Section 2 Girls Championship game. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk here with you. Here this evening, Robbie Mounts, our engineer on video productions, Jared Robinette and Booth Davis, our camera operators, and Tanner Thomas, our engineer, back in the WVOW studios. As Logan with the ball, going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial, Wayne right to left. As Myers looks down low for Elkins. A little bit of a log jam. Elkins, though, finds a crease, puts up a right-hander, but misses off the mark. Rebound taken by Wayne.
That's a good look there by Elkins. Just unfortunately, shot didn't drop for Logan.
And she had 7 points the first game against Wayne, had all those in the first quarter, and then only had 2 in the second meeting, so they get point production out of her as well. It's going to be big for Logan as Brooks dribbles into the middle, had it knocked away and taken away. Here comes Krause up the right side, one-on-one with Stacy, drives all the way in on her, layup rolls off though. Rebound taken away by Adkins. As body's down on the other end. Here comes Wayne with a 2-on-1 at the moment. Pass gets over to Brooks, but doesn't have an opening. She'll circle back out. Gets to the top of the key for Atkins. Now left baseline. Little jumper on the way. Off the mark for Addie Atkins. And now we're going to get a loose ball foul here. And it looks like it's going to go against Logan.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to get Peyton Elderton on the wrist of Laney Brooks, as Brooks and Elderton was both going up for the rebound. That'll be Elderton's first foul, Logan's second.
But lob it into the middle. Addie Atkins, little jumper on the way, and this time she does convert on it. Her first 2 of the game. And she had 9 in the first game against Logan. Had 4 points and 11 rebounds against Lincoln County in that sectional semi. She missed the last 2 games of the regular season, which really hurt Wayne, but they have her back now ready to go. And they lead it by 5 once again here early in the second quarter. Myers gets it in the left corner for Krause. Back up for Myers, now back into the corner as Krause and Elderton were both in the area that time. Now they swing it over right side for Blankenship. She'll go cross court for Elkins. Had Krause open. Now Elkins throws it to nobody. Myers able to come over and get it, and they get a loose ball foul on Brooks. So, again, that was kind of a free-for-all, but it works out in Logan's favor as they draw a foul on Brooks.
Yeah, very fortunate for Logan that it didn't result in a turnover. A little sloppy basketball there, as you mentioned, Krause and Elderton up on the left corner there, or actually the right corner and right wing coming together, almost colliding there, and both of them occupying the same space.
Elkins gets it in now to Myers in the corner, jumper on the way, but that's off the mark, and rebound comes down to Stacy. It's a 5-point Wayne lead. Let's get it up ahead for Addie Atkins. Now back for Brooke Atkins. Top of the key for Stacy. She'll dribble the left elbow into the corner for Brooks. Back up top, almost got away from Tabor, but she's able to snag it as Blankenship all over her, but Tabor able to get away. Now puts up a floater in the lane, and what a job by Tabor getting free that time.
Now Logan had very many opportunities there to get that steal. They deflected the ball 2-3 times, but Tabor stayed with it and got the bucket.
Well, now we have a timeout by Kevin Gertz, a full timeout. We'll step aside as well. 17-10, Wayne leads it with 5:46 left in the second quarter. You're listening to and watching the Region 4 Section 2 championship game here on WVOW and Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
At Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, we have a huge menu offering home-cooked dinners, hamburgers, tacos, hot dogs, pizza, Philly steaks, and desserts, including, of course, ice cream. Ask about our weekly home-cooked dinners. We have an everyday hot dog special, 6 hot dogs for $5.99, or $5 14-inch large grab-and-go pizzas made from our fresh homemade dough. So visit Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, located beside the old IGA in Chapmanville, just off the Crawley Creek exit of 119.
5:46 to go here in the first half of the Region 4 Section 2 championship game. Logan Lady Wildcats trailing the Wayne Lady Pioneers 17-10. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk here with you as Wayne in a press out of the timeout. And they knock the ball away as Brooke Atkins dives on the floor, able to come away with it. And now here comes Wayne back the other way. Another Logan turnover as Atkins gets it out front. Stacy gives it over for Tabor. Long three on the way, online but short, and Ilderton with the rebound. Logan.
Big stop there by Logan.
I was going to say Logan right now just playing with fire here in the first half. Now this could help put some of it out, and Kraus able to hit a three. That was much needed.
Much needed not only for Logan, but much needed for Haley Kraus, who had missed her first three-point attempts. She gets the fourth one to go there.
She averaged 6.6 points per game. Had 7 in the first game against Wayne, 12 in the next game. As we said, she's hit a lot of threes this year, and that was one that helped give Logan a little momentum back here as Wayne has kind of controlled the pace thus far as Tabor gets over the right side and she banks it in on a little runner. She's hit a couple of those now.
Yeah, Tabor's so tough off the glass as well. Just every one of these Wayne players, they know how to use a glass when they get in there.
And Tabor had a monster game in the sectional semis against Lincoln County. He had 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 steals in that game. Averages 12.7 points per game on the year. She's got 7 thus far tonight. As Ilderton will circle back out, skips across court for Kraus. Thought about a three, but instead goes inside to Elkins. Elkins rips it away, gives it out for Myers. She'll go for 3 from the right side, and Abby Myers able to hit for 3.
That's a big shot there for Abby Myers, and a big shot for Logan as well. As it was somebody else other than Kraus to knock down some outside shots. Now Logan has hit her last 2 threes. We'll see if that extends the Wayne defense.
And Myers, she had no points the first game against Wayne, had 8 the second game, as that Brooks able to answer back on the other end. She goes for 3 and connects.
Just too much space there. Logan's got to do a better job of closing out on the shooter and knowing where Brooks is.
And Brooks averages 9.3 points per game. Hasn't had much luck against Logan thus far with just 3 points in the first game, but she got 5 thus far here tonight. So 22-16, Wayne leads it. Ilderton's pass knocked away by Brooks. Ilderton able to save it from going over and back. Wayne thought otherwise. She'll kick it out. Kraus now for 3 from the right side. This one's short. Rebound comes down to Brooke Atkins. Here she comes into the front court. Skips it over for Brooks on the right side. She penetrates in, kicks it back out. Addie Atkins steps into a wide open 3. No good off the back iron. Hits off the front iron. Ball loose, and Myers able to come out of there for it with Logan. She'll get it up quickly to Blankenship. Blankenship can't find an opening. She'll circle back out, gets it to Ilderton, and a reach-in foul on Wayne.
Yeah, and Coach Williamson's not too pleased with that call down there as the foul was whistled on his defender there, and that's the second foul on Stacy, and that's a big foul because she had 6 early points for Wayne in the first quarter.
And this isn't a Wayne team that goes terribly deep, as Cheyenne Williams, another player with height, 6-foot junior, into the lineup, but we've seen that a couple times. They go about maybe 6-7 deep traditionally, so you get Wayne in some foul trouble. It is a little bit harder for them to sustain whenever they have to go into their bench, more so than Logan. As Ilderton gets it back near midcourt, 22-16, Wayne leads it here in the first half, 2:42 to go in it. Blankenship brings it back out near midcourt as Logan resets. Dalton trying to circle around and find an opening along the baseline. She's another good outside shooter for Logan. Gets it to Kraus on the right wing. Kraus into the middle for Elkins. Now back out to Ilderton, back over to Kraus. Now to Ilderton, dangerous pass. And now Brooks is going to get called for her second foul. That's another big call.
Yeah, 2:23 to go here in the half. 2 players for Wayne with 2 fouls, and looks like they're going to stay with Brooks for right now.
And again, Brooks, the only sophomore in the starting lineup, very aggressive, and she's done a great job thus far here tonight on the defensive end, coming up with some steals. That time gambled and lost, though. And she ended up giving a body check instead of coming up with the ball, but now they're going to rely on her to try and keep herself out of more foul trouble. As we said, not the biggest depth on the bench for Wayne, so they may have to gamble with a couple of players here tonight if fouls continue to pick up. As Ilderton penetrates into the middle, puts up a little floater, gets the whistle, and Ilderton will go back to the free throw line as we'll see who the call's on here with 1:56 left in the half.
So we'll get Williams, who just checked into the contest not too long ago, and that's her first personal, team foul number 6, I do believe. So the next foul will have Logan in the 1-on-1 opportunity.
Ilderton's first free throw rolls off no good. So Ilderton has 4 points thus far in the contest. As we mentioned, she had 27 in the game at Wayne, was 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Second free throw up, that one good, so she's now 3 of 4 from the line tonight.
Yeah, I keep looking down there in the Wayne bench and see Coach Williamson for Wayne High School trying to work over these officials. He's felt that Logan's got away with a couple of calls down on the other end. I won't disagree with him. It's being called fairly well, I think, both ways.
Brooke Atkins tries a jumper. It was slightly blocked. It was rebounded by Williams. She tried to save it, but it went into the hands of the Lady Wildcats. So here comes Logan trying to cut this back to a one-possession game. Dalton on the left wing, back up top for Ilderton. 1:26 left here in the second quarter. Now to Blankenship. Blankenship on the right wing, kicks it back up top for Ilderton. Again, the winner of this game gets to host a regional final next week to go to the state tournament. The loser will have to go on the road in order to try and get to Charleston. Ilderton now with it back up top. In 2-3 zone here for Wayne. Down to 1:07 to go in the second quarter. Dalton, boy, she thought about pulling the trigger from the left side, but was too deep. Now back up top for Ilderton as we fall under a minute to go in the second quarter. Ilderton dribbles over to the right, skips it cross court for Dalton. This time she will put up the three. This one off the front iron, no good, and rebounded underneath by Tabor. Here comes Tabor across the timeline. 45 seconds left in the first half. Gets it out front for Brooke Atkins. Now back to Tabor. Thought about taking the three, but instead gives it off. Now Addie Atkins inside. Pass deflected by Ilderton. Tried to save it, but was out of bounds. And there you saw the adjustment from Logan on the penetration and the kick over to the left side. Ilderton that time was waiting on it.
But you saw no communication. As soon as the Wayne defender or the Wayne player was able to get in the lane, there was no communication until it was late, and then luckily Ilderton knocked the ball away and prevented a basket.
They get it inside for Williams, off her hands, taken away by Blankenship. She's pushing coast to coast here, able to put it up, and she gets it to go, and now it's back to a three-point game.
That's a big turnover and a big shot for Logan. Points off turnovers. It's been key for Wayne in the first quarter. Now Logan's starting to get him here in the second quarter.
And Wayne's threatened a couple of times to take a 9, possibly 10-point lead, just haven't been able to do so. Logan has gutted it out, now only trailing by 3 with 8 seconds left in the second quarter. Addie Atkins, wild left-hander up off the back iron, no good. And we get a whistle and a foul on Wayne. That's a big call, Bill. That might be a 1-on-1 chance for Logan now.
This should be the 7th foul. This wasn't over the back call. It's not a player control foul. It's on the shot. It's post-possession, so therefore it will result in 1-on-1. And a 1-on-1 opportunity for Emma Elkins, as now the second team foul is on Addie Atkins. That's 3 Wayne starters with 2 fouls. And look down there on the bench. Coach Williamson has given the referee an earful.
Now here's Emma Elkins to shoot the 1-on-1, 3.8 seconds left in the half, and she sinks it. And these could be a couple of big points or even point for Logan, because they likely wouldn't have gotten a good shot off with just 3.8 seconds left here. So this could be stealing a couple of points here going into the locker room. Second free throw for Elkins. This one rims off, rebounded by Williams. They get it up to Tabor. She'll heave it from beyond midcourt. It'll be short, and that'll do it for the first 16 minutes of action. So despite Wayne leading throughout this entire first half, Logan has battled back and cut the lead to 2 as we head to intermission. So Bill and I will step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll talk about the first half and break down some of the stats here from Willie Acres Arena as you are listening to and watching the Region 4 Section 2 championship game with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
You can breathe easier at Boone Memorial Hospital, now with pulmonologist Dr. Richard McNeely. Come see us if you have concerns about your breathing issues.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville. Takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
This is Boone Memorial Hospital. Compassionate, personal, quality care that's close to home with caring, skilled physicians and large private inpatient rooms.
Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
22-20, Wayne leads Logan here at the half of the Region 4 Section 2 championship game from Willie Acres Arena. Chris Kidd here with you. Alongside me, Bill Lusk. Robbie Mounts, our engineer on video productions, with Booth Davis and Jared Robinette, our camera operators on video productions, and Tanner Thomas, our engineer, back in the WVOW studios, bringing you all this action here this evening. And, in the first half, Bill, Logan took a 2-0 lead on Ilderton's first two free throws. After that, Wayne led the entire first half. Had a couple of 7-point leads, couple of chances with the ball in a 7-point lead, but could not push the lead further. And Logan just continuing to hang around, making a couple of big pushes, and they are only down by 2 here at the half. So you go into the locker room right now, if you're Kevin Gertz, you're not happy with some of the things that your team has done here in the first half. But if you're Wayne, you have to go in feeling like, man, there's some missed opportunities we had to maybe take this game by the throat in the first half, and now we're only sitting with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, Wayne had the 8-6 lead, and then when they pushed it up to 7, they went on a little 5-point mini run, and then Logan answered back with 4, Wayne answered back with 4, and that's really where we've been. We talked about the team that was going to be able to withstand the run, and one of the keys to the game, coming out victorious in this game, and, really neither team has went on that run. It's been, the runs of 5 and 4 points, nothing major, like a 10-2 or a 12-2 or even a 22-6 run that we saw Logan have over at Wayne. So, I mean, you mentioned it, and you sense that Wayne has been close to going on those runs, but, Logan has made the defensive plays, came up with a big rebound to stay in it, and, they've came back down the other end of the court and made the basket that they needed. They're doing enough to stay in this contest right now. They've done enough just to get by in the first half. Now they're going to have to play much better in the second half, because doing enough to get by is not going to cut it for the second half. Because if Wayne's able to get out to another 5, 6, 7-point lead, you just sense that the Pioneers are going to go on another run, and they're going to put this game away in the second half. And likewise for Logan, if Logan is able to come out here and go on a run that we've seen before, and I've seen this up at Wayne in a tight contest. Logan came out and went on a little bit of a run in the third quarter, and then in the end of the fourth quarter, can Wayne withstand that? So it's going to be interesting to watch in the second half which team can step up and which team can grab that momentum and run with it.
Looking at the first half scoring on both sides, we'll start with Wayne. They were led in the first half by Jasmine Tabor with 7 points. Then you had Michaela Stacy with 6 points. After that, you had Lainey Brooks with 5 points, and Addie Adkins and Brooke Adkins with 2 points apiece in the first 16 minutes. On the other end for Logan, no one breaking out scoring-wise, as Peyton Overton does lead the way with 5 points. Then you have Natalie Blankenship with 4 points. Then you have Emma Elkins, Hallie Krause, and Abby Myers with 3 points apiece, and Addison Amick off the bench with 2 points. Both teams with 2 3-pointers in the first half. Logan 4 of 6 from the line. Wayne yet to go to the free throw line in the first half, and you get the feeling that's part of the contention Wade Williamson was having on the sideline, is that his team had 17 fouls against them, only 2 against Logan, and he was about as red in the face as a lot of those shirts over on the Wayne side near the end of the half.
Yeah, especially when he's got 3 starters: Lainey Brooks, Michaela Stacy, and Addie Atkins that has 2 fouls. If they come out in the second half and one of those 3 or 2 of those 3 were to pick up a third foul early, then it's decision time for Coach Williamson and the Wayne Lady Pioneers. Do you ride with them? Do you try to stay with them and keep them from getting a fourth foul, or do you have to dip into that? Do you have to get into that bench, which is not very deep? 6-7 players, as we mentioned, this Wayne team is 6-7 deep. You look at Logan on the other side. We've yet to see Van Mosby in this contest. We've yet to see Autumn Atkins, who we've yet to see her. So, there's two other players that Logan plays. And Logan is right around 8-10 players deep, and that could come in to play in the second half. But then again, as tightly called as it was on one side in the first half, the second half, it could flip-flop, and it could be Logan with the 7 fouls and Wayne with the 2.
Again, it's 22-20, Wayne leading Logan here at the half. Again, the winner gets to host a regional final next week, while the loser will have to go on the road to either Ripley or Nitro to try and get to the state tournament. But either way, both teams will survive this evening. Just a matter of if you get to stay home or if you get to go on the road. And we're 16 minutes away from figuring that out here from Willie Acres Arena, as we'll step aside for a 2-minute break. And when we come back, it'll be time for the start of quarter number 3 here from Middleburg Island in Logan, West Virginia, as you're listening to and watching the Region 4 Section 2 championship game with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
At Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, we have a huge menu offering home-cooked dinners, hamburgers, tacos, hot dogs, pizza, Philly steaks, and desserts, including, of course, ice cream. Ask about our weekly home-cooked dinners. We have an everyday hot dog special, 6 hot dogs for $5.99, or $5 14-inch large grab-and-go pizzas made from our fresh homemade dough. So visit Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill, located beside the old IGA in Chapmanville, just off the Crawley Creek exit of 119.
To 20, Logan trails Wayne as we get ready to start the second half of this girls Region 4 Section 2 championship game. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Bill Lusk. And if we get any updates on the Chapmanville girls game as the evening goes along, and they're playing Mingo Central in a sectional final of their own to try and see if they can host to get to the state tournament next week. But if we get any updates or get anyone to text us a score, we'll make sure to pass it along to you as the evening goes along.
Yeah, and that's a team that Chapmanville had beat twice during the regular season. And, I know coming in that, there was a little bit of a question mark and with Maddie Smith, freshman point guard from Mingo Central, Central's leading scorer on the season. She suffered an ankle injury in the regular season finale at Greenbrier East. According to her mother, Coach Kim Smith, she was a game-time decision for this contest tonight.
Again, Logan or Chapmanville Weathers had their difficulties getting out of the section, even being the 1 seed in years past. So Christina Gore and her girls trying to move into that regional round tonight. So again, we'll try and pass that along to you if we get any updates as the evening goes along. As we get ready to start the third quarter, Wayne will have the ball going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial. Logan right to left. As they go down low for Brooke Atkins immediately on the right block, and going to get a foul on Logan, and you get a bit of a sarcastic cheer from the other side as that'll go against Myers, and that'll be her second.
Yeah, and that's a good call there by the official. Myers was a little too far underneath the basket, and I'm sure our viewers at home watching on video productions might be thinking, that should be a charge. Well, there's no restricted lane like in college basketball, so if you get back that deep, and she did kind of flop, I will say that, and that's an easy call for the official to make.
As Atkins hits both free throws, the first free throws of the evening for Wayne. In that first game against Logan, they were 14 of 18 from the line here at Willie Acres Arena. They were 16 of 25 from the line in their sectional semifinal win over Lincoln County. So the lead back out to 4 for Wayne. As Elkins gets it, throws it in the corner for Blankenship, drives baseline, a little floater on the way, off the back iron, but Blankenship gets her own rebound back. Trying to control the dribble, finally does, and gets it to Myers. Nice wraparound pass to Ilderton. Got free underneath. What a move by her, and she'll lay it in.
It's the head fake that got her free. The Wayne defender went for the head fake. Ilderton went up for the shot, and she was able to sneak in there.
24-22, Wayne leads Logan with about a minute gone now in the third quarter of this girls sectional championship game. Pass goes off the hands of Addie Atkins along the baseline and out of bounds to Logan.
Good defense by Abby Myers to just stay one pass away and force that turnover on Atkins. Now Wayne with the 2-point lead can ill afford turnovers right now. Logan seems to have the momentum on her side as the two teams have traded points here to start.
Yeah, I was thinking they had to get it across. They were being so lazy, or laissez-faire I should say, about getting that ball across midcourt, and it finally bit them as Blankenship got near midcourt and they whistled the 10-second call.
Yeah, there's the mental clock. It's just a mental error by the Logan Wildcats here. That mental clock just didn't go off and didn't alert the players.
Now foul on Myers right out of the break on that, and that's going to be her third. So maybe a little frustration that time from Myers after the 10-second call, but went after that ball and ended up getting the reach in, and that's going to bring Amick off the bench to come in for her.
And Amick's had a good game so far. She's hit the layup there when she got snuck in behind the defense and was able to get a feed from Ilderton, and she's come up with some good plays and some rebounds of her own.
Now 2-point lead for Wayne. Here in the early stages of the third quarter, pass was deflected, and now foul on the backcourt on Stacy, and that's going to be her third.
That's a good job by Peyton Ilderton to stay with the dribbler, get her hands up in the passing lane, and deflect that pass. And with Stacy going to the bench, we mentioned she had the hot hand early for Wayne with 6 points in the first quarter. I don't believe she's yet to score since the first quarter, but big stop by Logan, and now a big possession here to either tie or retake the lead.
2-point Wayne lead. Blankenship's pass tipped, but Ilderton gets it back. Now she has it knocked off her leg. Ball still loose into the corner. It goes out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by Wayne.
And the clock continues to run down there as I'm looking at it, and I don't think our clock operator realized it yet. And it's still running, and now the official underneath the basket.
Yeah, about 10, 11 seconds rolled off there.
Yeah, the official underneath the basket recognized it, and now they're conversing to see how much time will be put back on this clock.
Yeah, I looked up at the clock whenever the ball went out of bounds, and there was 6:01 on the clock, and it got down to 5:51. Well, they're going to put 6:05 on the clock, so they're going to be a little bit more generous with it, but I'm sure no one really noticed it until it was too late.
So, it seems about right, but
Blankenship will inbound it from underneath towards the exit, towards the locker rooms, and gets it in as she gets it over to Ilderton. Top of the key, again a chance for Logan to tie or take the lead for the first time since they led 2-0 in the first quarter. Now Amick with it, gets it over into the corner for Ilderton. Has two people on her, gets it to Elkins at the elbow, had it stripped away, on the floor fighting for it. We're going to get a tie-up, it appears, and Logan has possession.
Yeah, luckily for Logan, the arrow still favors them. There's a good pass there by Ilderton, but an even better play by the Wayne defense to get a hand in there.
Blankenship, she'll go for three from the corner, going to be too strong. Rebound knocked loose by Amick, trying to save it, and I think she tried to throw it off the Wayne player, and now Kevin Gertz is irate because they gave the ball to Wayne. It looked like Amick had saved that off of Tabor.
Yeah, Amick with the hustle play. Looked like she threw it off the leg of Tabor, but I guess the official said she was on the end line when she touched the ball.
Addie Atkins gets it over for Tabor. Started by Blankenship, dribbles into the middle, Dumps it off for Brooke Atkins, spins left baseline, turnaround shot is good for her. What a move.
And that was what a move and what a shot. It looked like when she released that ball, she was at the side of the backboard. I don't even know how she got that around the backboard and in the rim.
26-22 Wayne, 5 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Blankenship at the top of the key over to Elderton on the left wing. Elderton lost the dribble, trying to get it back, does so. Now try to pass out front, had it knocked away by Williams, and we're going to get a foul here on Logan.
Then we're going to get Elderton on the foul for trying to tie the Wayne defender up or trying to fight for the ball there. And it's going to be her second foul, team foul number 3 on Logan in this half.
4-point Wayne lead as Dalton off the bench for Logan. She'll come to check in at the next whistle. Brooke Atkins gives it over for Tabor, now out front for Brooks. Spins back left side, pass to Tabor, now to Brooks in the left corner. Drives in on Elderton, dumps it off for Williams, and she'll be fouled on the way to the basket.
You know, we talked about this at halftime. You know, Wayne had 7 fouls in the first half, Logan 2. We said it could very easily go the other way in the second half. And thus far it is. It's 14 fouls against Logan, 1 against Wayne, as Logan has been the aggressor on defense here in this second half.
We're going to give that foul to Krause as the free throw off the mark, no good that time for Williams. And Williams, she had 4 points in the sectional semifinals against Lincoln County. Junior at the line, second free throw off the mark as well, rebounded by Logan. So it remains a 4-point lead for the Lady Pioneers. 4:25 to go in the third. Elkins into the corner for Krause. 3 is blocked on the way up by Addie Atkins. Rebounded by Tabor underneath. She'll give it back to Atkins and she brings it back over the timeline. She'll stop, pop a 3 from the right side. Online but short. Rebounded by Elkins.
This team just need to slow down right now. Both clubs right now. They're playing a little too quickly. They're taking too many bad shots right now and just rushing things on the offensive end. They just need to slow down and let the game come to them, and the shots will as well.
Midway through the third quarter, Dalton trapped, finds Amick in the right corner. Amick behind her back, able to get back out front and finds Elderton. Great play by her as she gives it off. Now Elderton over to the left side. Her pass is kicked away as she was trying to find Krause in the left corner.
Yeah, Elderton had Krause spotted up for a 3 over there in that left corner, and that's where she hit her first 3. And unfortunately for the Wayne defense, they was able to get a leg in there and kick that ball away and prevent a 3-point opportunity.
Logan will inbound underneath their own basket, trailing 26-22. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. They give it into Amick in the left corner. She'll get it up top for Elkins. Elkins using her pivot foot, waiting on someone. Now gives it to Krause, drives in, lost control of it, and she'll get a foul. And Wade Williamson can't believe it over on his side of the bench. And neither can a lot of the Wayne players either on that call.
Yeah, I believe they're going to get Cheyenne Williams on the foul there with the body contact, and they're going to say this was a shooting foul.
Krause does hit the first.
I know Krause was driving in, but it looked like she lost the ball before she could make a shooting motion. But, the official said she was fouled on the shot, so you got to go with what the official says.
Second free throw off the front iron, no good. So it'll be a 3-point Wayne lead with the ball. 3.5 minutes to go in the third.
And Chris, since Wayne has had that 7-point lead, this is pretty much where the game has stayed, is within that 3-point range.
And who's going to make a run here is going to be the difference in this game, you figure, as Tabor drives in right side. Her shot off the mark, bodies crash all around. No whistle, and Elderton comes away with it for Logan. Now she's trapped from behind almost, still on her way to the basket and draws a foul. Boy, I don't know how she kept the dribble on that. She was harassed all the way to the rim and still stayed up and got a shot off against the line.
If this is Addie Atkins, that's 3 fouls on her. And that's going to be a big development for the Wayne Pioneers. Laney Brooks is already on the bench with 3 fouls, and that is indeed the 3rd foul on Addie Atkins with 3:10 to go here. You know, we mentioned it at halftime. If 1 or 2 of them get to 3 fouls, what's Coach Williamson going to do? It looks like he's electing to stay with Addie right now.
And really, there's not a whole lot he can do. Again, they've got maybe 1, maybe 2 more that they go to on the bench, but not very frequently, as Williams is really the main catalyst off the bench, as Elderton hits both free throws, and we're back to a 1-point game.
Well, he would make the substitution to get Addie Atkins out of there. It would be Eve Brown that would come into the contest for Wayne.
We saw her a little bit in that first game as Brooks drives in on the left side. She'll draw the foul as Elkins will take a blocking call, and that'll send Brooks to the line.
Yeah, Kevin Gertz is not arguing that call over there. He remains calm on the sidelines after that call. That's a good call there. I thought Emma Elkins was fading before contact was even occurring on that situation.
Now Brooks, 5 points tonight, but misses on the first free throw. So Wayne now 2 of 5 from the free throw line. All of their free throws coming here in the second half. Second free throw, that one misses off the back iron, and now Logan with the ball as Ilderton. A chance to give Logan their first lead since 2-0 at the start of this game. 26-25 Wayne, 2:45 left in the third. Ilderton out near midcourt. Dribbles over to her left, gets a screen, she'll stop for three. No good off the back iron. Rebounded, nice box out by Tabor. Now here comes Brooke Atkins across the timeline. Brings it into the right corner. She's going to be trapped over there, able to fight out of it. Gets it to Addie Atkins. She'll go for three. No good as it rolls off. Goes into the corner, and Brooks is able to chase it down. Gives it back to Tabor as Wayne keeps possession. Atkins back out to Tabor. She'll go for three. This one air balls, and it'll go out of bounds off of Wayne.
Yeah, just another deep three by Tabor there. One a little too deep there. Goes out of bounds to Logan on the air ball. And now we see Eve Brown check into the contest for... I believe she's checking in for Williams, not Atkins. And I just want to correct myself a while ago. Lainey Brooks has 2 personal fouls. It's Michaela Stacy that has the 3 fouls. It's on the bench for Wayne right now.
Blankenship able to get across midcourt, gives it out. Ilderton, good look for three. No good. It was online, but just a little strong. Rebound to Tabor. Boy, that one looked good all the way and just wouldn't fall for Ilderton.
As did her last 3.
1 point Wayne lead. Tabor into the paint, pull-up jumper, and Tabor able to connect. Again, the senior trying to provide the leadership here for this young Wayne club, and the lead is back to 3. Now Blankenship trapped, gives it to Elkins into the corner. Krause wide open. Whoa, high!
Just looking to make sure that the official was giving the 3, so the guy underneath the basket didn't give a signal, but the referee at the top of the key did call it a 3.
28 all as the Logan cheering section and fans erupting now, trying to get a stop on this trip late in the third quarter. Tabor, nice drive, gives it off to Eve Brown, wide open layup, and she'll convert.
Yeah, Logan went for the double team, and Eve Brown was able to sneak in there for the backdoor layup.
Now Ilderton trying to answer on the other end. Her drive misses, knocked out of bounds, and it'll be out of bounds off of Ilderton with 1:03 left in the third. And that was the same play as you see the replay on Video Productions, that drive and then the kick over to the right block to the open player. And now Ilderton going to go to the bench here for the final 1:03 to get a breather heading towards the fourth quarter.
Well, not only get a breather, but to keep her from possibly getting a third foul. She has 2 fouls currently right now.
Wayne will bring it up the floor. They also had the possession arrow in their favor to start the fourth unless we get a tie out before then. And we're going to get a blocking foul here on Krause. That's going to be team foul number 6 now against Logan. Only 3 against Wayne thus far.
Yeah, fouls have definitely went in favor of Wayne this half. The first half, they were in favor of Logan.
That'll be the second one on Krause. As they'll end down into the backcourt for Brooke Atkins. She'll cross the timeline against Amick. Now she'll get it back down low, trying to back in on Amick. Turnaround shot, won't bank in, and Elkins grabs the board. 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. Amick across midcourt, penetrates in, kicks it out. What a grab by Dalton that time on an awkward pass. Out to Elkins, now back, here's Amick. Pull-up jumper from inside the arc, no good. Long rebound comes out, and Brooke Atkins able to grab it. And she just tried to get away from Blankenship. Might have got a little bit of shot in the eye that time, but Blankenship able to recover. So down to 15 seconds left in the third. Dalton knocked it away momentarily from Brooks. Brooks gets it back with 10 seconds. Back up top for Tabor with 8 seconds. Tabor over to the right with 5. Dribbles in, gets towards the baseline. Her shot off the side of the backboard. Dalton with it, and that will do it. And we get a whistle at the end of the quarter, but that's just going to be the whistle to end the quarter. And we go to the fourth with Wayne leading Logan 30-28. We'll be back after this break as you are listening to and watching the Region 4 Section 2 Championship game with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can pay a little less and enjoy the ride a little more. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. you're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
Start of quarter number 4 here from Willie Acres Arena in the Region 4 Section 2 Girls Championship game. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk here with you, with Robbie Mounts, our engineer on video productions, Jared Robinette and Booth Davis, our camera operators, and Tanner Thomas, our engineer back in the WVOW studios. As Wayne has led ever since Logan took a 2-0 lead early. Logan tied it up in the third, but Wayne back to a 2-point lead as Tabor dishes off underneath. Ball knocked free out of bounds, and it's going to be last touch by Stacy. Great defense by the freshman Kraus.
Yeah, good defense by Kraus. Good defense by Logan to stay, like we said, to stay in the dribbling lanes of the Wayne defender, the Wayne players, the Wayne drivers, and to force that turnover on a bad pass.
And then we said this could be a race to 40 here tonight. Both these teams giving up less than 40 points on the season, and that's about where we're at the moment. Logan trailing by 2. Could take the lead back with a 3 or tie again with a bucket. Myers on the right side, back in after picking up her third in the quarter. Now to Elkins, corner 3 on the way. Logan leads it!
The corner threes that have got the job done for Logan in this comeback attempt since they were down by 7 points in the first half.
31-30, Logan leads it as the crowd on their feet trying to get a stop. What a pass underneath to Stacy as she got free, misses the layup, but getting it back is Addie Atkins, and she'll be fouled on the way back up.
Natalie Blankenship tends to disagree with that call there, but I was about ready to say, Logan's crowd getting into it, the crowd getting loud, but this was a big possession for the Wayne Lady Pioneers, and they're going to free throw line with a chance to tie or take the lead.
And free throws betraying Wayne here tonight as that free throw missed by Atkins. That's now the 5th miss of the second half. They're only 2 of 7 from the line here this evening. Make it 2 of 8 as that one well short, rebounded by Logan. And you have to wonder now, how is this young group of players for Wayne going to respond? So many freshmen and sophomores on the floor right now in this big situation, and Logan's got senior leadership across the board with the exception of Kraus, who will take a 3 and she'll hit from the right side.
It's a danger time. The thing with Coach Williamson for Wayne, you've got to get a timeout, and he does. I think he's going to take a full timeout, and that is a very smart timeout.
6:35 to go here in the fourth. Logan leads it 34-30. We'll be back after this as you're listening to and watching the Region 4 Section 2 Championship right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
34-30, Logan leads Wayne with 6.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of this Region 4 Section 2 Championship. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk here with you as Logan had not led since 2-0 in this game. Fought back from 7 down on multiple occasions, and now Wayne on the defensive and a steal by Kraus. Here she comes up the right side. She'll wait now as Blankenship gets it out to Ilderton as Logan will set up here. Trying to get it over to Myers and does so. Top of the key for Ilderton. 34-30, Logan leads it as we fall under 6 minutes to go. Kraus now on the right wing. Back up top for Ilderton. She'll wait. Logan taking their time here with this lead. Myers, cross-court pass, finds Krause. Now into the middle for Elkins, back over for Myers, into the corner, Blankenship. She'll get a good three up. Count it again! 3 straight threes for Logan.
Danger time for Wayne. This crowd is feeling it right now. And the first time they met here, there was no student section. The student section is loud and vocal, and it may be getting to the Pioneers.
And now we get a whistle. Stacy drives, and a charge called on Stacy. That's going to be another on her, number 4 on her.
Actually, I think they got Tabor. They got Tabor. But I was about ready to say, if it was Stacy and it was her 4th, I imagine Coach Williamson, down 7 points, I got to stay with her. I mean, I can't set her down with 4 fouls. I'm down 7. Now, if I'm up 7, I might set her down.
Yeah, that was Tabor's. That'll be her first, but now this game has swung and swung dramatically here in this 4th quarter as Logan, sending a barrage from the outside to start it with 3 threes, has opened up a 7-point lead, and now they're going to go to work on the clock here with 5 minutes to go.
Well, if you pay attention to what Wayne is doing, they're backing off of Peyton Ilderton. They're not coming up on her to give her the driving lanes, but if anybody else from Logan's touching the ball, they're up in their grill.
Now Ilderton gets it back again, and now you hear the crowd applauding as Logan continues to run time off this clock. Elkins flashed free for a moment underneath, but Ilderton didn't want to attempt the pass. Now they get it over for Blankenship. Again, 37-30. Logan leads it. If they win, they host a regional championship next week. If they lose, they go on the road. As Ilderton backs out again, over to Blankenship. Now here comes Brooks out on her, trying to strip it, and it's going to be a reach-in foul on Brooks. That'll be her 3rd.
Yeah, and Coach Williamson making no motion to get anybody on the bench to get Brooks out of the game after picking up a 3rd foul. Just like I mentioned with Stacy, if you're down 7 points, you need your best players on the floor, a foul situation or not. You can't be sitting there thinking, I need to set them down in case this game goes to overtime.
Now Logan with it, 4:18 to go, leading it by 7. Ilderton to Elkins. Ball is loose on the floor as Elkins couldn't come up with the ball, but ended up regaining possession and called timeout. And Wade Williamson beside himself as he has to walk to the end of the bench in order to control himself right now. And that'll be a 30-second timeout for Kevin Gertz with 4:12 to go and a 7-point lead. And just a reminder, this game brought to you in part by Nationwide Insurance Agent Greg Dalton, who is a proud supporter of Logan Wildcat Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance with offices on Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan.
Regardless of whether Elkins had possession of the ball or not, the possession arrow was still with Logan. I don't know that Kevin Gertz knew that, or else he might have saved that timeout in case he was to need it later on in the game, because now that leaves him with 2 fulls. On the other side, Wayne has 4 timeouts, 2 fulls and 2 30 timeouts. But as we mentioned, the possession arrow is with Logan should we have any kind of a tie-up.
Now Ilderton drives in out of the timeout, kicks it over to Krause. She'll back it back out now as we hit the midway point of the 4th quarter, and going to get a foul here on Tabor. And this could be a little early to start fouling going to the line, but if Wayne's unable to force turnovers, it's really going to force their hand here, as that's going to be team foul number 6 on Wayne.
And that's going to be the 2nd team foul on Tabor. So she was the one that could afford to give up the foul. I mean, maybe she felt that she wasn't in position and didn't want Krause to dribble by her into the lane, and she fouled her to set the defense back up.
Now Logan gets the ball back here. We've fallen under 4 minutes to go. Ilderton back out to Blankenship. Trying to direct traffic here as Brooks comes out on her. Blankenship will dribble over to her left, able to shake free. Now looking, finds Ilderton on the far side. Wayne trying to come out and trap quicker, but they commit a foul on Ilderton, and that's really not who you want to foul as Brooke Atkins commits it.
Yeah, that'll be the first one on Brooke Atkins. I don't know if this is the strategy here by Coach Williamson and the Wayne Lady Pioneers to get them on the free throw line and get the ball back, but it's interesting.
Now Ilderton, this will be the first 1-and-1, and she sinks it. She's now 6 of 7 from the line tonight. That puts her into double figures with 10 points.
And it's been a very quiet 10 points. It's the other people that have been stepping up as it's been the last 3 or 4 games.
And Ilderton sinks both. 2 big free throws fall, and this is the largest lead of the game for either side now at 39-30 Logan. Again, almost a reverse of what we saw in the first game here, where it was Wayne that went on the run in the fourth quarter to get away from Logan. Now we're seeing the opposite play out. Tabor lost it off her knee, but fortunately for her, ran right into Brooke Atkins' hands. She'll drive in, and a blocking foul called on Logan, and that'll send Atkins to the line with 3:21 left.
Yeah, and for Wayne, this is opportunity to go to free throw line and score the very first point of the fourth quarter. Logan has scored all 11 points in this fourth quarter, 11-0.
And we get an update from Chapmanville from James Barker. Says that with under 5 minutes to go, Mingo Central is leading Chapmanville 37-31. As first free throw is short. So Atkins misses, and now they are 2 of 9 from the free throw line here in the second half and for the game, Bill. And this is definitely not like this Wayne club, who have been pretty proficient from the line all year, and the second one almost rattled out, but she got it to fall through, and there's going to be a 30-second timeout for Wayne with 3:21 to go, and they trail it by 8. Well, now you look at the situation here. Logan's been able to handle the pressure pretty well here in the second half. They've been able to play keep away on the other end. There's still a lot of time in this game. I don't know if you want to start fouling right now or not if you're Wayne, and hoping Logan misses, because they've been pretty proficient from the line tonight.
I think you're watching the clock with 3:21 to go, and if Logan's going to come out and go into the stall offense and pass the ball around and try to get some backdoor cuts, I think you're watching the clock, and I think if you're looking to a certain point, maybe if you get down to 2:30, 2 minutes to go, I think then you start hacking. But down 8 points, I think Coach Williamson may foul to send him to the free throw line and try to extend this game. And by the way, that free throw for Wayne was her first point in the fourth quarter, as we mentioned, the first point since an Eve Brown layup with 1:14 to go in the third quarter.
And now there's a turnover as Elkins got trapped right in front of the Wayne bench, tried to throw it off the Wayne player, but it went through them and out of bounds, and now Wayne with a quick turnover.
Yeah, and if you're Logan as a player, you've got to understand that's the worst place on the position on the court to be trapped, is in front of your own bench or the opposing team's bench.
Now to get it out to Addie Atkins, 3 on the way, no good as she almost banked it in, and Blankenship grabs the rebound for Logan, so Logan dodges a bullet that time. As Ilderton crosses mid-court, 4 players converge on her. Now Brooke Atkins falls down. Ilderton gets into the paint, gives it back out, and now over to Myers as we go into 3 minutes to go. Myers splits 2 defenders underneath the Blankenship. What a fake! And lays it in!
And that's what you want to do, Logan. That's the whole point of coming out and spreading the defense out. You get in and get the backdoor layup there, just like they drew it up.
And Logan has won the race to 40 so far tonight as that Brooks shot in the paint, no good, and rebounded by Logan. And they can start to sense it a little now as we approach 2.5 minutes to go. 41-31 Lady Wildcats. Myers looking for help, and there will be a timeout called by Coach Gertz with 2:28 left. We'll take it as well, with Logan leading Wayne by 10 as you're listening to and watching the Region 4 Section 2 Championship game with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
2:28 remaining here in the fourth quarter, the Region 4 Section 2 championship game. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk with you. Logan has come out and really dominated this fourth quarter, leading at 41-31. They've outscored Wayne 13-1 this period. We said whoever could go on a run was likely going to be able to pull this off, and Logan has done that here, and now they'll send Peyton Ilderton back to the line to shoot another 1-and-1 as she's bumped.
Yeah, the foul will be on Addie Aggins. It'll be her fourth foul. Aggins just, tried to get to the spot before Ilderton was, but Ilderton was able to beat her to the spot, and Aggins couldn't get her feet under control. Picked up her fourth foul.
As it misses, rattles in and out for Ilderton. Logan now 9 of 13 from the free throw line tonight. As we mentioned, Wayne 3 of 10. As Brooks up top with it. Wayne's got to find offense and find it in a hurry here as we approach 2 minutes to go. Tabor thought about a three, instead gives it off. Now underneath, Stacy gets free, and there's her first bucket since the first quarter. And a quick timeout by Wade Williamson with 2:03 to play. We'll see if he wants a full or a 30-second timeout. He'll call his last 30-second timeout, so we'll keep things here. And now you get into the timeout and bucket game, but I think Wayne now down to maybe 2 timeouts or 1 at this point.
Wayne has 2 timeouts. Logan has 1.
And all of those are full timeouts still remaining on both sides. But again, if you're Logan right now, you've got the advantage. The key to this game now is just don't turn the ball over, get to the free throw line, knock down some free throws, and you get out of here with a win. I mean, they're doing a good job guarding the perimeter. I think you're okay with some of the dribble drive stuff to the basket right here. Just kind of play the elongated game right now if you're Wayne trying to draw this out, but you're going to have to rely on Logan either turning it over or missing free throws.
Yeah, you know, the last time they hit the free throw and called a timeout, they were able to force a turnover with the full court pressure. So maybe they're looking for the same thing here to get a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. Now, if they break it and you can't get a 10-second count, I think then you see the foul come.
Blankenship lobs it up ahead, trying to find Elkins, and she's body checked into the seats that time after they were fighting for the ball, and I think it's a turnover on Logan. Thankfully, her head missed the scores table that time as she went into the bench, but now, like you said, Bill, same setup, and they do get the turnover, but now Wayne has to convert off of one of these with under 2 minutes to go, and they're going to draw a foul here, so that's even more helpful as they can go to the line here, albeit they haven't been very successful, and even Kevin Gertz screaming from the bench, why foul?
Yeah, that's the worst situation that could happen for Logan is, you know, you foul them and put Wayne on the free throw line where they can score with the clock stopped. Now they have the opportunity here. This is a 1-and-1. If they can convert the front end of the 1-and-1 and then convert the other back end, then Wayne can cut this to a 6-point game.
And Atkins able to hit the first. So that cuts it to a 7-point Logan lead with 1:50 to go. That's the 4th foul on Abby Myers, incidentally. And second free throw upcoming here for Brooke Atkins. She's able to hit both. 2 big free throws, and now Wayne can get into their pressure. As Atkins now with 9 points on the game, but Ilderton able to break it across midcourt. Again, 18 fouls against Wayne, 9 against Logan, and they're going to foul Ilderton again with 1:42 to go. This will be the final 1-and-1 for Logan.
And this will be the 5th foul on Addie Atkins, who had no choice but to foul Ilderton.
And again, that's a big loss now. Cheyenne Williams will have to come into the game, and that's where if you're on the floor, again, you know, we talked about the youth of this club for Wayne, but that's where you want to look and say, hey, you know, Brooke Atkins only has 1 foul. Tabor has 2 fouls. Let's let them waste one of those fouls here. That way we don't have to lose Addie Atkins off the floor, but now that is exactly the situation. So a big 1-and-1 here for Ilderton. She missed the last one, but sinks this one.
Yeah, and you know, as Ilderton was breaking that press, she had Abby Myers streaking to the basket, but she wasn't aware of that. She was just trying to break the press and run more clock.
And Ilderton, 2 big free throws fall for her now as Logan regains an 8-point lead. 1:37 to go on a running clock here in this sectional championship game. Brooks drives in, dumps it off to Williams, bounce pass over for Stacy, throws up a wild shot in the paint, a late whistle, and a foul called on Logan.
You mentioned it was a late whistle. You know, she threw the shot up expecting contact, and you know, the ball came down, and Logan and Wayne was going for the rebound, and then the whistle came. So nevertheless, I think it was a foul either way, but referee's got to do a better job of blowing his whistle.
As free throw misses for Tabor, and every miss at the line is excruciatingly crucial now for Wayne. And now they're going to bring in Shelby Anderson, a sophomore, more than likely to commit a foul here.
Absolutely. Anderson replaces Lainey Brooks, who has 4 fouls. So her job is to come in and foul.
Second free throw will fall through for Stacy. Now it's down to a 7-point game at 43-36, 1:20 to go on the game clock as Ilderton drives towards the corner and is fouled there with 1:19 to play. And right now Logan wanting to keep the ball in Ilderton's hands as much as possible. Your first team All-Stater, probably your best free throw shooter. You want her to go to the line in this situation to try and knock down this sectional championship.
Yeah, as I mentioned in the opening, you know, in two games against the Wayne Pioneers this year, Ilderton has shot 80% from the free throw line, and tonight she knocks that free throw down to give her 10 of 12 from the free throw line. She is 12 of 15 in 2 games this season against the Pioneers. Now she knocks that one down. Now she's 11 of 13 in this contest.
So now Logan has retaken a 9-point lead, 45-36 with 1:12 to go in the fourth. Stacy drives in. Her shot, or Tabor's shot, off the mark, rebounded by Kraus. She'll bring it across the timeline as we close in on a minute to go. Kraus trying to circle around several Wayne defenders, and she'll be fouled with 1:03 to go. And boy, we talked about at the end of the first half how Wayne had several opportunities to really pull out in front in this game and create a very difficult situation for Logan, but Logan was hanging around and finally was able to get the dam to break here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they hit those 3 straight threes that was the backbreaker. They got this crowd energized and got them momentum on their side.
As Kraus misses on the first free throw. She's now 1 of 3 from the line tonight. Does have 10 points for the game, 3 of those being 3-pointers. She'll get another here to try and push this to a double-digit lead for Logan. This one will rattle home. 46-36 Logan. We fall under a minute to go now in the ball game. Out front with it, Tabor trying to find an opening, dribbles in, puts up a little right-handed floater. It's short. Ilderton rips the rebound away from everyone. She's still looking to get fouled in the backcourt, and she will with 48.8 seconds to go, and Logan looks to be on their way to hosting a regional championship game here next week at Willie Acres Arena.
Yeah, and we'll see before we go off the air. We can see how the other section is turning out, whether it's going to be Ripley that comes to Logan or whether it will be the reigning Class AAA state champion Lady Wildcats of Nitro High School coming to Willie Acres Arena Tuesday night, 7 o'clock.
And Ilderton sinks another as she has been iced in her veins here in the fourth quarter from the free throw line. That's now 7 of 8, make it 8 of 9 from the charity stripe as she hits both. 48-36, Logan leads it, 45 seconds to go here in this girls sectional championship. As Tabor drives towards the corner, she's cut off, now gets towards the middle, little pull-up jumper, rolls around and falls off. Rebound fought for underneath, going to get a tie up here as the possession arrow will go to Logan with 34.3 seconds left.
Now Wayne having a hard time buying a bucket in this fourth quarter. As look at it, the Lady Pioneers of Wayne, 1 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter.
Again, it's just a carbon copy of what happened in that first game as they inbound it deep for Myers. She's behind everyone. She'll drive it in, and that is coffin nails, folks, as Abby Myers with her 5th point, 25 seconds left in the game as the crowd comes to its feet. As Brooke Atkins drives, she can't convert. Put back by Brooks is good. As the clock continues to run here with 15 seconds to play. Once again, long pass up ahead. Blankenship has it. She'll take it in on the right side. And Logan is going to be your Region 4 Section 2 champions as they have it with 2 seconds left, 1 second, and that'll do it. Logan wins it 52-38. And what a fourth quarter by Kevin Gertz's bunch as they will be back here next week to try and fight for a state championship berth. Again, just an incredible game by this Logan Lady Wildcat club in the second half after Wayne had their opportunities in the first half, but now Logan will try and move on and get back to Charleston yet again. Wayne will have an opportunity, but they'll have to go to either Ripley or Nitro in order to get it done. And we'll step aside now for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll recap tonight's action here from Willie Acres Arena as you are listening to and watching the Region 4 Section 2 championship game with us right here live on WVRW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Peytonville, there's lots of ways to save on auto insurance.
Really?
Yep. Very proud of that. With Smart Ride from Nationwide, they can get discounts for safe driving.
Does she get one?
Mrs. Carmichael, safest driver in Peytonville, takes a lot of work and effort to be the safest driver in Peytonville.
What about this guy?
With Nationwide Smart Miles, the less he drives, the less he pays. The list of inspiring stories goes on and on.
I bet. I've never seen anyone do more with their retirement than you.
I concur.
You want it? Click it.
Reserve it and drive it.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill.
Buy it at Thornhill. That's right. Getting your new vehicle just got easier.
Visit any of our 6 locations and get a personalized experience in preferencing your next new vehicle.
Tag one of our pre-built invoices.
Or let's customize your exact features with our easy built-to-order process.
All we have to offer with shopping ease at thornhillautomotive.com.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride.
Tag your new ride
on the Thornhill Motor Mile.
For the free throws.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Bill Lusk, with Robbie Mounts, our engineer on Video Productions, along with Jared Robinette and Booth Davis, our camera operators on Video Productions, and Tanner Thomas, our engineer back in the WVOW studios, as they're bringing out the ladders to cut down the nets, as the Logan Lady Wildcats posing with the tournament sectional trophy down on the floor right now. And, you know, just a great comeback for this Logan club, Bill. Again, this is a Wayne club that has owned this Logan Lady Wildcat club about as much as Logan County owns Logan at this point. Again, they came into tonight 18-2 against Logan since 2007. Logan's only win prior to the win at Wayne was in December of 2009. Wayne had won 12 in a row at that point, and even beat Logan in the state tournament in 2018. So to be able to get over this hurdle, if you're Kevin Gertz's club, has to be such a big boost to your confidence heading towards regional play now. I mean, because Wayne has been so dominant for a while and was so dominant throughout the regular season, and to be able to come back and not only win that fourth quarter but win it going away has to do a lot for these young ladies going forward.
Well, it started with that win at Wayne. Now, you played Wayne here on January 19th, and Wayne beat you 49-39 going on a late run in the fourth quarter. Then you go on a nice little winning streak, and then you're going up there to Wayne to face the hottest team in the state that had won 12 games in a row at that time, and you're going to play on their home court. Logan fell behind 7-0 early in that contest, but they didn't buckle, they didn't back down, they never broke, they stayed in the contest, they made plays, and then right near the end of the first half, they went on a little run, excuse me, and carried it over into the second half to start. And it was a 22-6 run that erased a 6-point deficit and turned it into a 10-point Wildcat lead. And this was kind of what happened tonight in the fourth quarter. Logan outscored Wayne 24-8 in the fourth quarter. That's plus 16. The Wildcats were down 2 at the end of the third quarter, and they was down as many as 7 in the first half. And, you know, for them to come back and win this game, you know, against a young Wayne team, it looked like they had all the momentum on their side after they withstood Logan run after run in the first half.
Yeah, and again, free throws as well played a big part here tonight. Again, we mentioned Wayne went 14 of 18 the first time these two played. Here tonight, Wayne went 6 of 14 from the line. Logan went 4 of 8 the first time they played Wayne. Tonight, Logan 16 of 21 from the free throw line. So it was like everything that happened in that first game, tight game all the way through. Wayne goes on the run in the fourth. Logan struggled from the line. Wayne was proficient from the line. All that just flip-flopped here this evening.
Well, absolutely. And that's what you get when you play teams for a third time. And when you've played twice and you know, you won on their home court, they won on your home court. And, you know, both games were pretty much even. They were pretty much the same result. Wayne won by 10 at Logan. Logan won by 8 at Wayne. So the results, you know, as we mentioned, they were about the same. And, you know, in a game like this where you stay in it and it's a tight contest all the way through up until the fourth quarter, the one thing that you can ill afford to do is let that other team go on a big run. And Logan was able to do that in the fourth quarter, and Wayne could never recover.
Well, again, let's look at the final scoring here this evening on both sides. We'll start with Wayne. They didn't have anyone crack double figures tonight, but you did see Brooke Atkins, Michaela Stacy, and Jasmine Tabor all end up with 9 points on the evening. Lainey Brooks with 7 points. Then you had Addie Atkins and Eve Brown with 2 points apiece for the Lady Pioneers. For Logan, they were led by Peyton Illerton with 17 points, 13 of those coming at the free throw line, 13 of 15 overall this evening. Natalie Blankenship with 11 points. Hallie Krause with 11 points as well, 3 big three-pointers from her. Emma Elkins gave Logan the lead back late in the third on that three-pointer, or early in the fourth, I should say, on that three-pointer. And Logan never looked back. She finished with 6 points. Abby Myers with 5 points, and Addison Amick with 2 points to round out the scoring. Logan also hitting 6 three-pointers to Wayne's 2 here this evening, and that proving to be a big difference as well. Again, those 3 three-pointers at the start of the fourth quarter just was devastating. I mean, the roof came off this place, the fans got into it, and I think you just saw that young group from Wayne show their youth a little bit after that and just could not really get themselves settled down in this fourth quarter.
And what we've seen from Logan, and we've seen this during the 10-game winning streak, 3 players in double figures. It's not always been Peyton Ilderton leading the way for Logan during this 10-game losing streak, this 10-game winning streak. Krause has stepped up and led Logan in points. Abby Myers has stepped up and led them. Blankenship has led them. Emma Elkins has scored in double figures. So every night and every day during every game during this 10 games, it's somebody different that's stepping up and helping Ilderton with the load. You know, after the Wayne game, at Wayne, Kevin Gertz, Ilderton I think she had about 20 points in that contest, and Ilderton said, what she did tonight just proves that she don't have to score 20 points. It's everything else that she's done. Her defense, her ability to drive the lane and set her other teammates up for baskets, and that was key tonight. And her ability just to, have the ball in her hand at the end of the game and step to the free throw line and knock down some crucial free throws. That is who Peyton Ilderton is. I think a lot of people she scored over 1,800 points, and a lot of people, and especially somebody that's never seen her play, they think, oh man, she's going to go off 30, 35 points tonight. No, not necessarily. That's not who she is. She makes everybody on the court around her better, and that's why she's so special to this Logan team, and that's why she's one of the best players in the state of West Virginia.
Let's now look here on Video Productions, as it's time now for our Logan Physical Therapy Player of the Game. We'll also have one here on WVOW Radio right after this one, as the Logan Physical Therapy Player of the Game tonight is Peyton Ilderton. Again, had 2 field goals on the evening. Oh, excuse me. Who did you pick, Robbie? Oh, okay, you went with Blankenship. I apologize. I thought he said Ilderton whenever he left us. Well, I guess that works out well, as we're going to split that up anyway. But yeah. Blankenship tonight. Again, Natalie Blankenship, 11 points on the evening. And there on Video Productions, you see the 3-pointer she hit to push the lead to 4 in the fourth quarter. And Blankenship, she does a lot of the dirty work for this Logan club. Again, she's able to play strong defense, able to control the ball whenever Ilderton can't. Even whenever Wayne was going on those runs, she had like this fast break layup that she hit, helped stop the bleeding, get the lead down to 3 at that point. Ended up hitting a couple of nice floaters in the lane. And Blankenship's just one of those players that does a lot of the things a lot of people sometimes don't notice in a ball game. And she played very tough, very well tonight. Only 5 foot tall, but she plays so much bigger.
Yeah, she was 5 of 7 from the field tonight, 1 of 2 from 3-point range. She didn't get to the free throw line tonight. She only had 2 rebounds. She had an assist and a steal, but she was very active in the defensive front, staying with her players, making sure that they didn't get into the lane, making sure they didn't drive or get in a passing lane for the cut. She did a fantastic job tonight on all parts of the game.
Well, now let's take a look at it here on WVOW Radio, as it's time now for our Temp Control Hot Hand of the Game, brought to you by Temp Control of Chapmanville. And we gave it a Blankenship on Video Productions. I kind of want to go with a duo here, Peyton Ilderton and Hallie Krause. Again, Krause hit 3 big 3-pointers, hit one of those, and Wayne was up by 7 in the first half that stopped the bleeding. And then in the fourth quarter, whenever they ended up getting a lead, she knocked down another big 3. I should say Blankenship's 3, I believe, put them up by 7, and it was Krause's 3 that put them up by 4 whenever they finally got up there early in the fourth quarter. But, I mean, the freshman showing so much ice water here tonight. And then you get Ilderton, who's been in this spot so many times, coming through from the free throw line whenever you're a veteran or a young player. Never easy to do. And I thought those two shined big tonight, with Ilderton with 17 points and Krause with 11 points.
Yeah, Ilderton, definitely the hot hand. Her free throw line, 13 to 15 from the free throw line. That's what she does. She'll go to free throw line, knock down 75-80% on a consistent basis for the Logan Lady Wildcats. And then, Krause, 3 of 7 from 3-point range. She missed her first 3, but she didn't let it bother her. She kept shooting, and she kept getting good looks. And, anytime as a shooter, if you continue to get good open looks at the basket, they will eventually drop. And, she found out that they did drop. She finished, after starting 0 for 3, she finished 3 for 4 on the evening, and she hit some big shots in the fourth quarter as well.
Again, unfortunately, we didn't get a final score from the Chapmanville and Mingo Central game. Again, last time we saw, Chapmanville was down by 6 with under 5 minutes to go. But if we do get an update, we'll try and pass it along over the airwaves and have it with you tomorrow morning as well here on WVOW. But now this Logan Lady Wildcat Club moves into next week. You did mention that Ripley lost to Nitro in the other side of this, so that means that this Wayne club now will go to the defending state champion Nitro Wildcats next week. Ripley will be coming here. Should be a really interesting matchup between those two. A matchup you don't see very often is Ripley and Logan.
Yeah, and they played twice during the regular season. Logan won 72-66 at Ripley. I do believe they were down 20 points in that at one point in that contest, and they were able to come back in that contest and come back for the win. That was before the Christmas break. And then they played Ripley here, and they beat them by 20 points, and it was like 57-37. Did a fantastic job on them defensively to hold them under 40 points. And, for Wayne, they need to, put this one behind them, very quickly. It's going to be a quick turnaround. You get back in the gym Saturday, I imagine you come in, watch some film, have a little shoot around, work on some things that you did wrong in this game, and start putting in a game plan for Nitro. And then Monday, you want to polish it all up before you head over to Nitro on Tuesday night. So it's a quick turnaround for a young ball club, and maybe that can be dangerous. I mean, the last time, Wayne and Nitros played once, and Wayne ran them off the court when they played at Wayne. But the Lady Pioneers were just on fire that game. I think they shot something like 65, almost 70% in that contest to run Nitro off the court. So it should be two very entertaining contests, two very good contests, and I'm sure Nitro wants to atone for that loss at Wayne early in the season. I'm sure they'd like to get back to Charleston and defend their state crown, because you look at it, you figure the two teams that come out of this region, if the rankings and the seedings hold true, you figure Fairmont Senior and North Marion will be 1-2, and you figure Logan will get the 3 seed, and then the last remaining team in this section, if Logan beats Ripley and let's say Nitro beats Wayne, or even if Wayne beats Nitro, you figure the winner of that game will be the 4 seed going into the state tournament.
And again, I also should finish the reader that I started a little bit ago as well. So again, Peyton Ilberton and Hallie Krause are Temp Control Hot Hand of the Game Award winners. And this winter, if you want your home to be as comfortable as possible, call Stuart Trickler and Roland Mullins at Temp Control of Chapmanville at 304-855-5200. So again, Stuart and Roland, don't panic out there. Again, you paid your money for a good reason. I better get that out there for you. But again, this was a fun game here tonight. We're glad we'll get to be back with the Lady Wildcats again next week. And on Monday, we'll be back here at Willie Acres Arena, as it'll be time for the boys to start sectional play, as the Logan boys will take on the Lincoln County boys in a do-or-die game to see who can get to the sectional finals on Friday. So we will have all sorts of boys and girls sectional and regional action for you over the next 2 weeks here on WVOW and Video Productions. That'll all be here at Willie Acres Arena, at Chapmanville as well. Again, Man will be here at Logan. Logan will be here. Chapmanville will be down at their courts as well. So looking forward to a very busy but a lot of fun basketball coming your way, Bill, here in just the next couple of days and weeks.
Chris, before we go off the air, I do have a final from Chapmanville. Mingo Central holds on to defeat the Lady Tigers of Chapmanville 47-45 to final. So Mingo Central will host Summers County, looking to get back to the state tournament for a second straight year. They beat Summers County at Mingo Central last year to get back. And Chapmanville, they're going to have a tall task ahead of them, but hey, it's March. Anything can happen. They have to go to Wyoming East to play the number 2 ranked team in AA, who, Summers County played tough, played tight in that sectional loss to them on Tuesday night. So it'll be Chapmanville at Wyoming East on Thursday night, and Summers County at Mingo Central, as Mingo Central defeats Chapmanville 47-45.
So again, another heartbreaking loss for Chapmanville's girls as the 1 seed. I think that's the 3rd or 4th time in the last maybe 5 or 6 years they've been the 1 seed in the section and just have not been able to break through, and now they'll have to go on the road to try and get to the Charleston Civic Center for the first time since I believe 2010 or 2011 for them. So we'll see how all that unfolds next week. But again, our final here tonight from Willie Acres Arena, the Logan Lady Wildcats knock off the Wayne Lady Pioneers 52-38 in a battle of top 5 teams in Class AAA, and they will be in the regional finals next week here at Willie Acres Arena. So for our entire crew here, Booth Davis and Jared Robinette, our cameramen, for Robbie Mounts, our engineer on video productions, and for Tanner Thomas back in the WVOW studios, he's Bill Lusk. I'm Chris Kidd saying so long tonight here from Middleburg Island, as you've been listening to the Region 4 Section 2 Championship game with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on video productions.